one of the most elusive cards which I have in the tarot deck, and I've been working with it for a while actually, so that to really deeply understand its meaning. My name is Yulia. I've been in tarot world for more than 10 plus years, and I am here just to spread that clarity, love, positivity, and connectedness to your intuition and abundance through the power of tarot. So let's get started. Today we will be talking specifically about this card, which is the Knight of Cups. And Knight of Cups is a tremendously tricky card. I will show you how we arrive at the keywords of this card by observing the imagery, the symbolism of this card through the upright position and then the reversed position. So let's get started. You don't need really to remember those keywords. You can just walk very attentively yourself through the imagery of the card. And now we will arrive together to those symbols. So let's have a look. Do you see how he is walking here? Which kind of emotions actually you have, or what is the immediate response? What do you see here? Does he moving forward? Yes, he's clearly moving forward, right? So he is moving forward in a clear way. We have that clarity also here around him. So he is kind of like that dreamer who is holding that chalice and he's moving forward in a very beautiful, idealistic way. Do you see what's happening here, right? So, but he's not really rushing. He's moving, holding that chalice, trying to hold it in such a patient and cautious way, not to spill the water around, right? So he's a very caring partner. That's why whenever we pull that card in our love spreads, we're kind of so happy. Hey, this is the card that my love, romantic, like some dream man is coming into my life. But beware, because in case if that card is happening together with this card, right, with the devil, then in this case, you really need to see that there is the change of meaning of this card. Why? Because in this case, all the negative qualities of the devil, they become augmented by this card. He overpowers this card automatically, all right? So basically, this Knight of Cups already will be kind of like not even presented here from the perspective of that dreamer and lover in conjunction with the devil. He will be like that one who never fulfills his obligations. He is very immature emotionally. Okay, so and that's very important to understand that whenever we pull that card in our love readings, right, what we see here immediately, it's not that romantic lover. You need to distinguish that every time whenever you see this card in combination with other cards in your love spreads. All right, let me see what you guys God bless you as well. So by the way, guys, in case you have any questions here, type me here. I am live and I can answer absolutely all the questions which you have about this card or about tarot cards in general, all right? And I'm going live every day, so if you love what I'm just saying here, you can subscribe to the channel not to miss those readings. I have the whole playlist, which is called Tarot Card Meanings, where I explain literally every card of the Rider-Waite deck in a very simple ways, where you don't need to memorize the keywords. We arrive to those keywords through understanding the imagery and the symbolism of the card. That's exactly what we are doing right now with him. Now, if we pair this card together with the Fool, it is already having different set of qualities here. Why? Because the Fool overwhelms the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the representation of the minor arcana. The Fool is the representative of the authoritative figure from the major arcana. So major arcana always overwhelms the minor one, all right? So just have this in mind. That's why here he represents already those qualities of impulsiveness, right? Impulsiveness. And that's what has the Fool, impulsiveness. So that's not necessarily, if you see this figure in your tarot love spread, that means like that romantic lover. No, no, no. I tell you, it depends on which cards do you combine it with, right? And immediately right now, we already have seen it. That's why this card can just like be so tricky in different spreads, all right? Now, what else can we see here? If it goes in this upright position, we see, and it appears just alone, right? It has lots of clarity into it. You see how clear the card is. And it kind of like moves forward. He's like a dreamer, but at the same time, he holds his dream, his chalice, in a very beautiful, caring way, right? But let's look at the reversed card. What do you see here? It seems like he stopped, right? He's not moving anywhere. Where is he moving? He's not moving anywhere. What do you see in here? It seems like his movement is already not there. It's like everything is unrealistic for him. He's just a dreamer, a wishful thinker. You know, he cannot move anywhere. Well, here he's moving. Here he's not moving anywhere. You know, there is a difference between wishful thinking and dreaming and acting on it, right? So, for example, let me show you another combination of this card with another powerful major arcana card, that's strong archetypal presence of action. You can even guess which kind of major arcana card represents it. You can type it here in the comments, by the way, which card represents that determination and moving forward in the major arcana. I want to see how really knowledgeable our audience is here. You can type your guesses here. So while I'm searching for that card, the card of determination and moving forward again. So I just cannot find it, but I am patient. I am patient. I will find it for sure for you guys. Maybe in another deck I will search for it. Oh, cannot find it here. I will search in another deck. How about the other Rider-Waite deck in here? Let me just a bit of... So again, this card can change its meaning when we pair it with different cards, right? So let me see. There is... Yeah, here it is. Here it is. That's what I was talking about. This is the Chariot. You see? Chariot together with the Knight of Cups. What does it represent? Chariot together with the Knight of Cups. It's basically when we balance our dream with the emotion. We balance the dream with the emotion. We don't just kind of like do that wishful thinking. We have the dream, the big dream, and we start acting upon it. So this is a powerful combination for that balance between dream, right, and acting on it, because this card is so strongly supported by that strong archetypal theme from our determinative Chariot. Okay, very important to understand. So whenever you want just to envision something and just to move forward with it, not to leave it on the level of wishful thinking, always have this powerful combination, right? But again, as I showed you before, if we combine these two together, that's already, this card overwhelms this one, and this already has these kind of like unrealistic expectations, right? Unrealistic expectations. And then if we really pair these two, this card overwhelms this one, and in this case, what do we have? We have impulsive hero, right? Because the Fool, he's kind of like moving forward courageously but impulsively, right? So, and this card just strengthens it, and it is kind of like mimicking all the qualities, augmenting them, of the card which is combined with it in your readings. let's say this or this one, right? So this is a strong combo for any kind of dreams which you want just to really manifest. Use this powerful combination, Chariot and the Knight of Cups, because Knight of Cups is really representing holding your dream, taking care about it, and moving forward with the energy of Chariot. All right? Now, that's why this card, the Knight of Cups, is so changing, right? Its meaning is changing based on the combo of different cards. If we combine it with a Magician, let's say, Magician. So when it is Magician, in this case, we have that kind of like dream coming to fruition as well. So because this card is all about that dreamer, right? A romantic dreamer, very idealistic dreamer. And then if we really put it in the combo with the Magician, when for a magician everything is possible, right? So we move forward and fulfill all our dreams, right? I would say even this combination can be tremendously beautiful and powerful for fulfilling all your dreams. Chariot, Knight of Cups, and the Magician. Just have this in mind. All right. Now, this card, when we look at it from the reversed perspective, we immediately see that the Knight and this horse, they have stopped, right? So it becomes unrealistic movement, unrealistic expectations. There is some withholding automatically, right? So there are some, and this card is all about moods, right? So it's kind of like I cannot hold my emotions, mood swings. There is some disorder, disorganization here on this card, right? So he's not really moving. There is some indecisiveness in moving. Here he's moving in a certain direction. Here he's definitely not moving anywhere. So it's something to have in mind when we look at this card. Now, this card is all about moving through the day and how we move through the day, mastering our emotions. If we compare this card with the Queen of Cups, we look at the Queen of Cups and we look at this card. Queen of Cups is actually already mastering her emotions. She's sitting still. He is walking still, right? But there is the potentiality to be in that reversed position when something bumps into us through the day, and then we feel with, like we have those scattered emotions, right? So this is the other side of this card. It's really representing how we are walking here, that moving aspect of ours when we are walking through the day, right? When we are walking through the day in that peace, like carefully holding our heart, like taking care about ourselves with that loving approach, and then taking care about others, that's one approach. But the reverse position, we are in anger. There are scattered emotions, just like, oh, you know. So, and then you want it or not, you go under this, right? So this kind of hero. So through the day, that anger starts overwhelming us. It's the reverse position, which starts being like the prevalent. So this card helps us to master absolutely everything around our heart chakra. Heart chakra, it's having that specific mudra, and it's shown up like this when we have these two fingers holding them together, and when you put it over your heart like this, that's the heart chakra mudra. So you can look at this card and you can pair it with the card of Magician and then the card of Chariot anytime when you want to move through life in a way which kind of like very smooth way, the way when you really dream about something and then you make it happen. If you pair this card with the Fool and you never want to do that, that's creating lots of impulsiveness. And whenever you see that combination in your spreads, you want always to ask the question, how can I kind of like reduce the negative consequences of this combination of this card, right? So this card already does not look good together with the Fool, because it's just like that impulsiveness which might happen through the day. So we want just to start wiring ourselves for a bit more stable walk through the day. And that's why when you look at that card together with the Queen of Cups, it brings more soothing approach, right? So you are like in much more peace. This card is in a much more peace, right? So very, very important to see it that way. Also, if we see this card in an upright position, this is the card of moving forward. We move forward through the day. If it is a reversed position, we feel stuck. We feel stuck. Okay, so I'm a Cancer, been seen 222 100 times. Birthday, what does this mean? Okay, so look, Michael, whenever we see any kind of repeating numbers, this means one thing. I actually see repeating numbers all the time, and especially with the timing, you know, so I can see like 99, you know, 11, you know, so it's every time. So, and this is the only thing that you started actually connecting, like the activation within you started to connect to your intuition. It's kind of like the universe started talking to you through those numbers. You remember that movie Matrix? So in Matrix, what was there? The reality was numbered, right? And that's truly is. Mathematics actually is one of the most highly spiritual sciences. So you just want to be joyful about that fact that you start seeing those angelic numbers all around you, specific repetitive sequences. It's that universe and your higher self starts communicating to you. Very soon, I promise you, you will start seeing so much more beyond what you see right now. The veil will start opening. The powerful card for you actually is the High Priestess in the tarot cards. So start working with it, or wait for my video when I will actually talk a bit more about it, because that's actually the card of activation of your intuition. I hope it helped you at this moment. So just know that's a beautiful sign that you started really activating within you that connectedness to your intuition. It means that there might follow certain changes in your life, you know, quite soon. But I would recommend you to use one phrase. When I didn't know about that when I started my activation. So the phrase is, I allow only what I allow. And I allow only good, beautiful, and truthful to happen to me in the divine timing for me. So when you say it that way, it's kind of safe activation, okay? Because when it starts being activated too quick, you know, there are many processes which will start happening to you, and you might start perceiving them kind of like, oh gosh, why it's happening to me? But in reality, it's all like cleanse. But when cleanse is happening to your body, right? Did you ever do like physical cleanse? I don't know. So if you ever did that, then probably you experience that there is some kind of like sluggishness within you. Let me see what you write. Okay. Yes, so yeah, and then you start really manifesting everything. That is so true. Yes, so that's why today, you know, I actually wish to many who start that activation to really first reconnect with your balance. You want to soothe your manifestations, okay? Because you may start manifesting very quickly many things, and it may start working actually against you. So your first thing you want to start doing from perspective of balance. You see, this card actually, the Knight of Cups, about which I am talking at this session, it's the card of that manifesting, and when we manifest in a reversed way, this works against us. Okay, there is this combination, Devil and Knight of Cups. So when we start manifesting and we're still not in that balance, that's what might happen, okay? So when we manifest things, and that's already not what we truly want, not what we truly desire, and then it's just like, oh no, it's like, I want relationships, but I don't want these relationships already, or I want this house, I don't want this house. No, no, no. The interesting thing is once the activation is happening within you, you want to rebalance yourself and walk like that knight. You see how the knight is walking on the horse? It's not rushing anywhere. It is holding its chalice, its heart, and heart is actually your feelings become so strong. You become like the center of the galaxy. Heart is really connected to the sun. So you start really manifesting everything very quickly. So you want to manifest in a balanced state, not in a disbalanced state. All right? Remember that. So I would recommend you to just sit down and just say all what I kind of like want at this moment is that peaceful, beautiful pleasantness in whichever area I am in. Let it be health, wealth, financials, so relationships. So just to be in that pleasant, beautiful state. And then see what happens. Do not even think at this moment about specifics. All right, very important. Just inquire at this period when you start that beautiful activation within you, that pleasantness. Pleasantness will deeply root you here in between heaven and earth and will bring you that balance. All right, let me see. Why does attack intensify when I invest my soul into believing in Christ? So look, whenever we start shining brightly, we start being seen here. We start being seen here to this guy, okay? So we become like those really shining stars. And that's why many here, they have that fear to be seen. So what I am talking about, just inquire that pleasantness. Because you become a powerful manifester, you can ask, hey, I am wishing that pleasantness in any area of my life, and just to feel good, okay? So do not inquire any specific things. And then say very, very firmly, I allow only what I allow, and I allow only good, beautiful, and truthful to happen to me. Okay? Because nothing here will happen to us against our will, especially when we claim it that way. And when you claim it, be very affirmative, stay on your 2 feet or sit down, whatever works for you, but just really affirm it and write it down before sleep and just do the cross, whatever, and just really go sleeping. Okay, so I am just saying that that's a very, very important thing to start kind of like creating those affirmative statements in your case, because that pleasantness will bring you that stability, because attacks create the perception of chaos. And the more you perceive that chaos around you, the more you are afraid and the more you become under guidance of this guy. He kind of attacks more and more you. Okay, I know what I am talking about because I went through pretty much the same process. All right, so I hope that these can help you, because very, very important to start really augmenting our power through the sense of I. Just because you are really spiritual being here, I can see it, you've probably been reading the Bible, and in the Bible you were reading that it's written, I am and I will. These are powerful phrases, right? So I am and I will. And when you say I, nobody can interfere into your I. That's why I give you those phrases that I allow only what I allow, and claim it, write it down. Okay? Very, very important. And then pray. Pray. And when you pray for that pleasantness, beauty, good, beautiful, and truthful to step into your life. Okay? And that is all. So start from that, because there is such a thing as this guy is creating continuously disorder and chaos. He is the God of chaos and disorder. While Christ is creating here order. He's moving forward in order, determined movement, moving in order. All right? So you want to include in yourself that code of order, despite all the distractions of the disorder. All right? How is that? So when you think about Christ, is it order or disorder? It is order. So try to focus on that order and pray for that divine code of order to penetrate in you in the righteous way. There is a powerful card for you. Michael, you have a really beautiful name, and we are stepping in the times of Michael, by the way. So you can also pray to Michael. You remember Archangel Michael? So you can pray to him. So let me show you also the card, which represents actually what I am talking about. So first of all, a powerful card of order, it's the Queen of Swords. When you declare something, okay? And you can read about that card a bit more. So the Queen of Swords is the declaration of that order in the mind, okay? I am and I will, and then you declare it, and that sacred code of order. But I want just to show you another code, and that is the code of temperance. That's a really powerful code. This is the card, okay? So you see how he's standing in that order. And when we are talking also about this card, when we pair them together, this is a powerful combination because your heart center gets into order, all right? We are not in disorder. We are powered by these cards. Very important to see it that way, okay? So temperance, it's just doing the right thing in the right time. And actually Christ, it's all about that righteousness. And this card stays in between devil and death in the tarot cards for you to know. And that's how we preserve that order. That's how we beat all the gluttony here. That's how we beat all the 7 sins, right? Through that righteous living and righteous approach. What is my next right step to do? That's the main thing to ask yourself. Let me see. Based on definition of God, which is in essence all powerful or most powerful, all knowing based on definition. There is one, only one true God. Who do you believe he is? Well, everyone believes in it something, right? I know one thing, that there is one thing, one which rules it all. And that one thing is good, beautiful, truthful, kind, and very structured. And it really is in everyone. And once we re-invoke it in ourselves and we feel that connectedness, we have that code of order within us. I personally meditate 2-3 hours per day, Michael, or Michael. I love Michael actually, but I think you are Michael actually. So Michael is more gorgeous name, like, you know, you have a very gorgeous name, by the way. So, and Michael actually means he who he is as God. Like, it's a very sacred name. So and this once you start meditating truly and inviting that code of structure, inviting that code of connectedness to that temperance, doing the right thing in the right time, you walk through life without any chaos, no matter what is happening around, being driven by chaotic movements here. All right? How is that? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that's a gorgeous name, and you are very, very blessed to have this name, especially in the times when we are stepping in the times of Michael, when all the mysteries are unveiled. You know, we were in the times of Gabriel, now we are stepping in the times of Michael. So it's something to have in mind today. And see how we are today supported. And the fact that you are here today in this reading with me, when I was talking about the card, the Knight of Cups, and out of the blue you appeared here, there is a meaning for that. You just had to hear those words. Remember, there is a code of structure and a code of temperance. And you want really to instill those codes of righteous living within you. I would start meditating actually on allowing that code of that divine code of order to penetrate you in the righteous way. Do not really do it yourself. Just allow it, right? Christ to do the work through you. All right? And pray for it. And the difference between Christ and devil, antichrist, right, is that chaos and order. Chaos and order. So you just ask for that pleasantness and that righteous order in your life in the way which is pre-designed for you. And you should not design for yourself those small details. So ask for that pleasantness and then see what happens. Okay? All right. So, Michael, do you have any more questions? If or anyone else, I will be really happy to answer. Here, if you don't have, I will already finish this reading for today. If you loved what I am doing, you can subscribe to my channel. I do lives every day. I do it also for every other cards in a really beautiful, fun way. So we don't memorize things. We go into deep esoteric meaning of the cards. And I teach absolutely everyone who is willing to perceive it, how to connect to your soul and how to understand many deep esoteric things through the cards, how to connect to your intuition on a very, very deep level. All right, so I don't see more questions here. Thank you so much, everyone. Wishing you a blessed evening and see you soon.